You know, when I do these top 10 Spotify countdowns, people will remark in the comments, Rick, there's plenty of great music out there. Why do you focus on these things? Or else they'll say, Rick doesn't like new music. Well, that's true. I don't like new music. That's bad. But I happen to like a lot of contemporary songwriters and artists. As a matter of fact, I'm going to feature one of them on today's episode. Now, this is kind of an interesting story. So this artist, her name is Hohnen Ford. Her name is actually Ella Hohnen Ford, but she goes by Hohnen Ford on Instagram. And somehow she popped up in my feed, probably because people that I know like her also. So the first thing I saw is a cover of Wichita Lineman by Jimmy Webb that she did. Check it out.
I am a lineman for the county, and I drive the main road, searching in the sun for another overload.
The next thing I saw as I started scrolling through is her conducting the string quartet, and she's doing a cover of the song Elfie by Burt Bacharach, and she obviously did the arrangement to it.
What's it all about, Alfie? Is it just for the moment that we live? What's it all about when you work it out, Alfie? Are we meant to take more than we give?
So then I keep scrolling and I see that she's got her own original pop songs. Then I go over to Spotify and listen to a couple things, and they were amazing. So I got in touch with her, and we get on the phone, we start talking. She goes, you know, it's too bad you're not going to be in New York next week. And I said, what do you mean? I'm actually going to be in New York. What? Yeah, I'm actually going to be there doing an interview. Oh, well, we should meet up for coffee. And I said, well, why don't you actually come by the studio where I'm doing the interview and play a couple songs? She's like, great. So I thought maybe this could be a new artist spotlight series. I bring people in that I'm big fans of that may not even have much of a following out there. They play a couple songs and we have a little chat. So here's my first of this series. Ladies and gentlemen, Ella Hohnen Ford.
Watching the ice melt in my drink, painting back on a brave face. Last night it wore off on your skin. That was an honest and the California quiet. There's a canyon between our twin beds.
Beautiful. Wow.
Thanks, Rick.
Ella, welcome, first of all.
Thank you.
When you're thinking of a melody like that, let's talk about the chorus melody. Like, how do you decide where to go with the shape of it? Do you start with the chords?
The ideas that I'm most proud of and the songs that I'm most proud of do kind of come at once. Mm-hmm. It edges, you know, a bit of harmony and a bit of melody, but generally speaking, I get out my own way and it kind of flows. Is there a wordless version of it first that you will sit there and then start writing lyrics to? Yeah, actually, with this song, I had this pattern of the verse, and I had blah, 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 blah. The only thing I had was honest mistake, and that's why that stuck as the title, because it felt that was the crux of the thing. Mm-hmm. And then that lyric opened up the world that the song is about and the vulnerability that goes into that song. So by the time I got to the chorus, I think I had a lot of thinking aside, and it was just catching what was coming out. And then you chip away at the corners and see if you really meant it. I guess when I'm writing, I still sometimes have that music school brain that goes like, oh, well, you know, this has been done before. If Stevie Wonder can do it in For Once in My Life, I won't let sorrow hurt me. You know, it's like, what am I gonna say on those chords? And just kind of stepping out the way of that and being like, yeah, what am I gonna say? And it doesn't matter that chord's been played before. I'm not trying to reinvent something or invent something completely new. It's just about how you put the pieces together. Why don't you play another song from your EP? Yeah, this is Only Way Out, okay, which is on this new record.
There's a darkness I was born with that can be torturous. It is always on my shoulder round the bend, and I'm as weak as a sparrow caught up in a tornado. I can never be ready for when it hits. And then came the rarity of love, blew away the clouds that rained above, and that was my only. What caused your bitterness, your iron-tasting lower lip, an enamel, fragile coating on your heart, and like a bow without an arrow, your defense becomes your sorrow. Oh, it gets me good. Pity's a convincing look, and untie the stitches on my cuts, all of the scars I couldn't cover up, and that was my only. You were my only way out. Someone cut the brakes again on a one-way junction, and you're at the end of the road. If I don't turn around, we'll both explode. Be my oxygen tank at the bottom of the ocean, keeping me in motion. It's really dark when you're not around. Addicted to any kind of love, and all of the pain it covers up, and that was my only way out. You were my only way out. Untie the stitches on my cuts, and
Beautiful.
Thanks.
I saw you play it on Instagram on guitar.
Yeah.
Did you write it on guitar or did you write it on the piano?
I wrote it on the piano, actually.
But it lays really well on the guitar.
Thank you. That's my tenor guitar that I love so much. It was, I bought that when I was like, I guess 16 and wrote my first songs on that tenor guitar. I still haven't changed the strings. Which I don't know what that says about me. But I wrote it at the piano. I had this chorus first, and it was kind of an amalgamation of lots of things. It was one of those, I wrote the verses when I was walking across London Bridge, like in the middle of the night. I don't know where I was going, but it was kind of contemplating big things and feeling small and I guess growing up.
Ella, it's been a pleasure hearing you play. This is amazing. Everybody go check out her Spotify. Go follow her on Instagram and TikTok. Or are you on TikTok?
Just about. Yeah.
She'll be on TikTok.
Yeah. I'm there.
Are you on YouTube too?
I'm on YouTube.
Follow her on YouTube. Thank you for playing. That sounded amazing.
Thanks.